Hey, welcome back, Generals. So many things has came to the game. The update, the battle pass, the changes on the game. I need to cover all of that. And I will cover it in one video. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to cover all of them like in time. So this is my apology and I will cover it right now. So let's review the update. Now let's talk about the changes. For example, the squad button. As you see, it's become on the bottom of the screen, and also the battle that you can pick which one. As you see, it's highlighted and you can pick which one you want, and then just press to battle or just skip out and you will see to battle. Under it is conquest or the death match. That's where you have chosen one, the highlighted battle. So also, all of the jets, all the helicopters has been changed. The missiles, what they can carry. For example, let's see the F-35B. In the second slot, only can carry air-to-air missiles. Right now, it can carry also GBU-38 Jadam. That is a change. The other two slots, the first one and the third one, is similar. You can use anything. For example, let's say I think also it's been changed, but let's review the J10. For example, here you can use LT2 instead of the TL20. It's better, of course, to use LT2 than unguided bombs. The other things is nothing changed. You can use everything here and everything here, and still the PL2 you can only use PL2. Most of the jets has been changed. For example, also this one, as you see, first one is still the same. Here you can use everything and here you can use everything, but the unique thing is that in the fourth slots you can use 4 of GBU-31 Jadam. This is really insane. That will make the jet really powerful. So there is a lot of changes. That's why I became a little bit late about the ranking of all tier 2. I want the update to come to the game, then I can rank the tier 2 tanks and everything, because I don't know what balance changes could come to the game, and I want to make sure, because one balance change could make the tank or whatever the jet in higher tier of ranking. For example, also we have change here the few things that can be changed. The missiles, you are access to many things, but also they removed few things. So overall, there is big changes on the jets and helicopters. Oh, hey man. Okay, I will join match. But let's continue about the updates. So let's review what the unit changes and what vehicles are coming to the game. Combat log. Track every kill, assist, and tactical highlights as it happens. So basically, you can see who destroyed who and what is he's using or what he deployed. That is really important, so you can know who destroyed you. I mean, of course, you can remove this combat log if it's bothering you. You can just simply remove it. 10 new vehicles, a range of armor, combat vehicles serving with the United States, Saudi Arabia, Germany, Sweden, Italy, Turkey, and Japan. Of course, the new vehicles are coming to the game, and I will talk about that later on. Ammunition reworked, air hardpoints and ground munitions got an overhaul, improving realism, authenticity, and balance. So basically make it more realistic. Whatever the jets in real life, they are using bombs on what is the loadout, it's more realistic right now. Aiming fixes, resolve major aiming issues. That is the problem that we had, is when you're too close to enemy, you cannot fire at them, and sometimes also when the enemy is far, sometimes the gun aiming is above the target, and that's really nice. As you see right now in this match, I had a bug, and they need to fix this also. The bug is a tier 4 match, only at tier 4 this happened. When I use the first tank, sometimes I don't have the joystick of movement and I cannot move, so automatically I lost that tank. I have to redeploy and use another tank. So basically I playing almost like 80% with 4 vehicles, because this bug, it happens a lot at tier 4. They really need to fix that bug. Yeah, about the changes I have talked about, that is really good changes and really good fixing the game. But as I said, that is a really big bug. They need to just solve that problem. Okay, let's move on. New vehicles are coming to the game. Tier 4 we have the M1 Abrams CATTB, and it is the VIP Battle Pass reward. And it is from the United States, of course. Next we have the Leopard 2A RC 3.0. It's a German tank, and most likely it's gonna come with keys in the next event that we're gonna have. I'm really hyped about this vehicle. I hope I get it, but I'm not ready to waste any money for a vehicle. I mean, after all, it's just a game, and there is nothing guaranteed with the keys. Altay, it's a Turkish tank at tier 4. We have it right now in the event for keys, of course. Next we have a tier 3 XM8 AGS United States vehicle. It's a light tank, and it is the free reward of the battle pass. AMX 30 Super Saudi Arabian tank, and but I'm not sure if it is really Saudi Arabian, because MX 30, I mean, always been like French. Is it a new version of the MX-30? It is super and it's Saudi Arabian. Anyway, it is the first vehicle from the Saudi Arabian nation. Next we have Type 75 MLRS, the Japanese MLRS, of course, that we're gonna have. Next we have the Mi-24 Super Hind Russian helicopter. Many players have asked for it, and that they are coming to the game. This new helicopter. It is basically similar to Mi-35B, but much more agile. Centurion I-120 Italian. This tank will come to the game also. This is the photo of it, and we have also STRF 9040 Bill, a Swedish tank that's gonna come to the game, and this is a photo I found from the Google. Of course, all the they are not official. You can see it from Google research I have made. M60A3 MZK, a Turkish tank of tier 3 that is for the event right now. We have it. So there is so many tanks that and vehicles are coming to the game. Tell me in the comments which one you are the most hyped about. For me, I'm hyped about the Leopard. That is the vehicle I really want to get it, and I hope I get it. Tell me about yourself, which one you really want to get. And of course, if you are right now you're watching this video, please consider to join us so you get informed about anything coming new to the game. So let's continue on. Unit changes. All aircraft now have new payload load conditions determining the loadout available per hardpoint. This change affects both jets and helicopters. Now, I have told you guys the helicopters and jets have been changed, the payload, or let's say what they can carry of types of missiles, so you can just adjust and make sure it is suitable for your jet and your playstyle. I have talked about in the other sections, such as the notice changes and overall changes. You can just see it again. And let's keep continuing, and let's talk about the buffs and nerfs on the units that we have in the game. 3BM29 Natfield APF SDS. The velocity has been changed from 2166 meter per second to 1700 meter per second. That's a big nerf on the velocity. Base damage 11,150 become 11,250. Just a small tiny buff. Module damage also 2,790 become 2,810, also a small buff. Armor penetration 450 millimeter of penetration become 500 millimeter of penetration, just a small buff. So nothing big change. So let's move on. 3BM42 Mango APF SDS. Velocity 2066 meter per second become 1700 meter per second. Base damage 11,700 become 11,390. Module damage 2930 become 2850. The armor penetration 720 become 565 millimeter of penetration. So this type of ammunition has got so many nerfs. Let's move on. What is next? 3BM69 Vacuum 1 APF STS. The velocity from 2166 meter per second to 1750 meter per second. Armor penetration from 900 millimeter to 800 millimeter. So it's a big nerf for the vacuum APF STS, of course, ammunition. Griffel 1 APF STS, the velocity from 2300 meter per second to 1850 meter per second. Base damage 15,580 to 15,440. Module damage 3,900, right now 3,860. Armor penetration 1000 millimeter of penetration, right now 850 millimeter of penetration. So also a nerf on this type of the ammunition. Griffel 2 APF STS, velocity 2366 meter per second to 2100 meter per second. Base damage 16,100 become 15,840. Module damage 4,030 become 3,960. Armor penetration from 1,200 millimeter of penetration to 1,000 millimeter of penetration. Also big nerf. These types of shells, they are Russian types of shells, so only the Russian tanks, and they are at tier 4, I think, such as the T90 and T14, and also maybe the Pammer. These vehicles got a nerf by somehow, because of the ammunition has become a nerf, so they got a nerf. So let's keep moving on. Lead 1 APF STS, velocity 1966 meter per second to 1700 become. Armor penetration from 850 become 760 millimeter of penetration. Another type of ammunition, we have the M735 APF STS. Velocity was 1766, right now 1575. The base damage 9940 become 9630. Armor penetration 318, right now 340. Module damage 2490, right now 2410. DM33 APF STS, base damage 9660 become 11120. Armor penetration 496 millimeter, right now 550 millimeter. Module damage 2420, right now 2810. Velocity from 2066 meter per second to 1640 millimeter meter per second. So PMC 308 HE, base damage 300 become 600. Explosion damage from 750 become 1300. Armor penetration from 55 millimeter, right now 85 millimeter. Fire chance instead of 18%, right now 8%. 76/62 APF STS, velocity 1846 meter per second become 1580 meter per second. Base damage 2340, right now 3270. Module damage 590, right now 820. Armor penetration from 310, right now 430. So it's a buff and nerf, but to be honest, it's more as a buff than being getting nerfed. Let's move on. 76/62 HEVT MOM added some tracking ability, allowing the round to adjust the trajectory mildly. So I think it's a guided shell, so you can be able to, adjust the movement of it even if it's being fired. Base damage 1100 become 1500. Explosion damage 2700 become 3800. Explosion radius from 40 meter become 32 meter. Module damage 110 become 150. Armor penetration instead of 80 millimeter become 59 millimeter. For who don't know what is explosion radius, I have talked about that. It is the range of the impact that after fired. If you're the first time watching something like that about the details of the tanks, if you want to know more, what are you waiting for? Just follow the channel so you get more informed about the game and how the mechanism works and everything comes new to the game. Let's keep on moving. 76/62 SAPOM. Base damage 1860 right now become 2610. Explosion damage instead of 558 become 783. Explosion radius instead of 3 meters right now 12 meters. Module damage 560 right now 770. Ammo penetration instead of 160 right now 100 millimeter. Now all the ammunition that is 76/62 are the, of course, belong to automatic vehicle that we have. It is Italian, if you don't know. DM73 APF STS velocity 2046 meter per second become 1780 meter per second. Ammo penetration 810 millimeter become 900 millimeter of penetration. So all the ammunition become a big nerf on the velocity, but a small buffs on the ammunition, such as the penetration. Some of them lost the penetration. You can see all the changes that I have talked about. So let's move on to the changes on the unit itself. That's all right now was just the ammunition. So let's move on. Leopard 2A7 Plus. Base health instead of 37,000 become 42,100. Fire chance instead of 75% become 20%. That is massive. That will make the tank less likely to be get on fire. Reverse speed 28 km per hour become 35 km per hour. Rotation speed instead of 32 degree become 36 degree. Reload speed 5.4 seconds. Right now it is 4.7, so it is massive buff for the Leopard. Automatic, that is the vehicle I have talked about, the ammunition that is changed a lot. Effective range instead of 1760 become 2500 meter. That is massive. Accuracy 20%, the moving accuracy 30%, round tracking improve it. C7662 HEVT MOT, that is whatever the name of it. It become guided shell, so it is a big buff also. The Hammer ammunition only changing the name of it, instead of Mango become lead one, so not anything that will affect the tank, but the massive things as the automatic and also Leopard, both of the vehicles got a big buff in this update. The name, changing the name of the ammunition on the Hammer, that will not affect the tank itself by anything. Object 640 ammo changes, instead of the 3BM42 Mango, you have 3BM60 Lead 2. Carrar can now use 3BM50 Lead 1, and T90A can now use 3BM50 Lead 1. So they have access to new ammunition. Some of them changed the ammunition, and they work also on the, as we talk about in the first, about the jets. They have changes here, some of the tanks, of the ammunition of the tanks. So this is all the changes on the units. There is nothing else. The big changes were for the Leopard and the automatic. So what do you think about the changes, guys? Do you like it? There is something you're facing it, a bug or something is bothering you? For me, I have told you guys what is the bug that is bothering me in the game right now. And tell me if you found it interesting and really helpful, this video, please consider to join us. Now, you might say, why you are asking too many times? Because the problem is there is 80% they are watching but not subscribing to the channel. Now, subscribing, of course, it's up to you. I'm not forced you. If you find the videos, you will keep watching it and it's interesting to you, join us so you get noticed at once I upload a new video. So hope you enjoy, guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.